All right. Welcome everybody to an HPL Game of the Week Sunflower Showdown. I believe this is a rivalry between two arch rivals, Electric Days and KU. And up along with me in the booth is always Joker and Joker. We saw these two duel it out last year, and KU came out on top.
Yeah. They're tied 1-1 in the series, so I think this game definitely means a lot more than what the records might show. So, Electric trying to get payback, and KU trying to keep the trophy in Kansas and not move it to Kansas State.
Yeah, and we see that this game is in Kansas State, and I've lost my thought, but I'm sure that'll be a big advantage for the Wildcats. You can see the rankings at the bottom. Kansas State is in third, 8-0, and Kansas 16th, 5-3. We're ready to go, and KU is going to get the ball first, and we'll see Robert Mayweather and company out with the ball. And, last game we saw a big play from Robert Waymather, and maybe one of the most iconic HBL lines was birthed that day. But I'm sure we'll see him be a very vital role in this game as well.
Yeah, who do you have? What's your predictions? Do you think this is a blowout, a waste of time, or do you think we'll go to the last gaps?
I think it's got opportunity to be a close game. We see that seam route from Jared Major throwing the football, I believe. Down the middle, it's 20 yards. Yes, Major is a quarterback. And we'll see what the Kansas offense cooks up here. It's a stretch play, and it's going to go for about 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, KU, what he's going to have to do this game is just he cannot make too crazy of a pass. Take what the defense can give him, and if he's in a spot where he needs to scramble out and either throw it to someone open or take the extra yards, you do that. So don't want to do it to yourself and make bad reads and give the defense interceptions.
Yeah, Major's going to drop back to throw here. Looking, he's got a man. It's a curl route that he's going to break a tackle, but still gets the first down there. We see his stats from last game, 334 yards and 4 touchdowns. You can see pretty good so far, and see what they come up with on this play. Looks like it's a inside
Oh,
zone and goes nowhere.
Stewart has the speed. It seems like Stewart has the good takeoff speed. It's just getting the right blocks and getting the right opportunities to get downfield. But I think he's been doing fine so far. Obviously, with the stadium full up, it's going to be a lot harder to kick a field goal. So I think we'll definitely see Kansas be a little bit more aggressive when it comes to fourth down situations.
You imagine it'll be four down territory, but he's not going to need to go for it on fourth down this time. He's going to move the chains, and Kansas driving down the field to the 33.
Yeah, and it seems like just so far in these first 2 minutes, um, Kansas kind of doesn't have them running like really deep routes, kind of has them going to 8 yards and then just getting the yards after the catch.
Yeah, we're looking back, he's going to get sacked, and that is a big play for Kansas. You make it second down and 21 here, and it kicks them out of field goal range there. Jared Major gonna take a big sack, and it's gonna really affect this drive, and we'll see what they come out with on second and down. And we see he's got the running back in the backfield. He's got three receivers to his right looking to throw. It's going to be that drag route. Breaks the tackle off, and he's going to get about 8 yards of it back.
Yeah, and I think we're going to be in fourth down territory.
Mhm.
So if he can get about 8, let's see what he does here. Hasn't kind of implemented RPOs or jet sweeps or any screens yet. So third and long. I think we're in fourth down territory just because we're so far from making a field goal that I think we need to be kind of getting a chunk here and then getting it the rest of it on fourth down.
Yeah, puts a man in motion, looking for a man. Gonna roll out, trying to get some time. He's gonna throw
Mm.
it, and it's not gonna get to him. And now we'll see what they do. It looks like the offense might be sticking on the field, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's too early to be trying to waste a timeout trying to see about this field goal. So, um, I don't know what. Obviously, KU knows what his kicker can do if this is too far for him. So, I think definitely. I mean, obviously, you're trying to get the first down. So,
Yeah, just maybe Stadium Pulse is affecting. He's gonna throw it over the middle, right to the defender. But it really might not be that
that's
bad.
essentially
It's
an
just the
arm
same as
punt.
a touchback. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a 20-yard line, and now the Kansas defense, the big story of the offseason was Avery Johnson leaving, and now, a lot of people saying that Electrical might have been an Avery Johnson merchant, and we'll see. It looks like Barnett might be the quarterback, but bad first play for the offense.
You can see the impact player, Dylan Edwards. If KU, I don't remember who Kansas State played earlier in the season game. They did play Ole Miss. If you can stop Dylan Edwards from getting the check downs and not get him open space, then I think you're being a good spot.
And look at Barnett. He's gonna be sacked, and it's third and 14. And we saw a lot of this formation, the double bug formation, in the last meeting between these two teams, and that was kind of a vital point on defense that Kansas had. Yeah, and looks like he's showing it again here. We'll see if he brings the linebackers or if they drop in coverage. But you can see Barnett in the shotgun. He's not shotgun, sorry. He's gonna throw it, and he's
Okay.
dropped. Heaven, good coverage, but Malachi Coleman does not hang on, and a very quick three and out for this Kansas State offense.
Yeah, good on Kansas to show their defense is going to be a force. See what he can get. Uh-oh.
Oh, and look at this. Is he going to break the outside? Yes, he will, and it's going to be a 45-yard line. And so he essentially just lost no yards from that fourth down play to this new set of downs on first and 10 inside his territory. He's got three players in the backfield, not including the quarterback. It's going to
There he
be a run.
goes.
Look at that acceleration, and that's a big burst of momentum for this Kansas team.
You give Stewart open space to run. And I don't know how quick KU's receivers are, but if you can get them open space to run, I think he's going to be really dangerous and being able to move down this field. Oh, does he get the push? No, he doesn't.
Now it's what, third and one? Yeah,
Yeah.
third and one here.
Oh, and I mean, I don't want to say that information out loud. I don't know if Electric saw that, but with him being on the road, definitely think we're in fourth down territory,
And
but he gets it
first
anyways.
down. Yeah, and we see Stewart once again there get his acceleration first and 10. And we're seeing a lot of this heavy backfield formation. It's a fullback dive almost, and it gets 3 yards and solid play there.
Yeah, see at the top left or top right of your screen, seeing some of the projected playoff matchups. Obviously, that will not stay the same with a bunch of teams starting to play each other. Like obviously, this game can shake up some things as we look at the Big 12 standings. USF currently leading. They're currently in a bid, as you saw, projected to play. I believe that was Mississippi State and then Notre Dame. So see, obviously that'll change, but just see what they can do as the final few weeks approach.
USF playing Arizona this week, but over the middle is a Robert Mayweather, and that's his first catch of the game. We talk about him being an impact player, and he comes up big on that. I think it was second and 8, but now maybe a little bit of tempo there. Not really, but he just picked the play quickly. But yeah, looks like Major dropping back. looking. He's
Oh,
gonna
not
make a
really.
move, and he's
Oh,
gonna
but he
just,
barely got back.
yeah, 1 yard loss there.
Yeah, I felt like if he rolled out to his right quicker instead of having to roll left and then back to his right, if he just took the accepted what the pocket gave him, I think he would have probably been second and about short. But now second and
Yes.
long.
2nd and 11. He's gonna drop back once again. Looking. He's gonna roll out
Throw it
again, and he's
away.
gonna have to away. And look at that kicker. The target line is the 13, and so even this kick might not be really a gimme here, especially the stadium pulse. But 3rd and 11, you wonder what the play call will be. Are we going to play it safe, going try to get a little bit better range? We know Electric's pretty good user. He's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's going to be picked, and it's going to be returned from number 6. That Vieira, I can't tell the name, but it's a big mistake on a 3rd and 11 there.
Yeah, and I feel like KU definitely has to try and implement a little bit more RPOs. Just from everything I've seen, just to kind of keep Electric on his toes. I know Electric or KU's going to send a lot of blitz on Dylan Edwards.
Oh, and there he goes, and that's the Dylan Edwards that we talked about at the beginning of the show. Just explosive, and he can break out for a big gain at any time. And you see him in the backfield. Number 3, there's two number 3s in the backfield. He's the guy with the star, but 2nd and 7 now is 3 yard Gary.
And
And
Electric has a good chance to kind of full dip. Obviously, I think he's definitely trying to get the ball into the end zone, but blitz is coming. Let's see if he can get out of the comeback route.
oh,
Oh,
and
he
he's gonna get number
didn't.
15. Is he gonna somehow? He just can't try doing a little hezzy moving. That looks like it was Malachi Coleman, one of the big off-season acquisitions for this Kansas State team.
Yeah, that was a good comeback route. Just the defender kind of just reached for it too early, thinking he was going to go out of bounds there, but got a few extra yards in Kansas State and field goal range.
Oh, there's
Wide
a
open.
wide open man, and that's another first down. It's down to the 10-yard line, and Kansas State now has moving the ball really quickly down the field.
Yeah, he just can't. That just can't happen, right? Like he just can't be that open with no sort of pressure. There's no one within 10 yards of him, so
And looking, trying to get to the end, and Dylan Edwards is going to try to break the edge. He will, and Kansas State gets on the board first. Touchdown, Wildcats. And in just a Dylan Edwards, the explosiveness from him, he can go make a little out route like that, and he can take it to the house, and Kansas State scores the first touchdown.
yeah. And if you're KU, just the adjustment that you're gonna have to make, whoever your fastest receiver or cornerback is, it's gonna have to be on him. Obviously, he's 99 in everything, so unless you have someone or maybe you double him just to make sure he doesn't get that open, you're gonna have to try and make sure he's not have that open space like he did there.
Yeah, and Major, we see the ice after that interception in the red zone, and Stewart goes nowhere there. 2nd and 10, and now it's about finding your momentum if you're the Kansas offense. Ooh, let's see this formation again. We got three backs in the backfield. We've seen it a lot in the last drive. It might have worked, and
Blitz is
there's a lot of pressure
coming.
there. And
I don't think that was a blitz. There was only four near
yeah,
him, but the defense makes it third and long. And now, if you're KU, you just kind of don't want to throw an interception. You kind of have to, if there's someone open downfield, take it, but you don't want to force something and then give them a pick when they're already in a good field position.
yeah, 3rd and 20, and we see Kansas State will get the ball at half. This is a vital kind of part of the game for Kansas rolling out. His quarterback is really fast, but he's just going to take it. And now he's going to have to punt the football here. 4th and 16. We'll see if Kansas State can score, and it looks like he's just going to take it a 2-minute warning. You can see, I believe, 16-mile-an-hour winds going in the opposite direction of the punter. And gonna be a kick that gets to around 35. Kansas State's got blockers, but look at this. He's trying to dodge and weave, and he gets to the 45-yard line, and Kansas State's gonna have some pretty good offense of field position here. And so we'll see Barnett back out and Dylan Edwards in the backfield. The three is number three was the formula for the first touchdown of the game. We see 3 to 3 right there, getting 5 yards. And so two backs in the backfield for Barnett, looking like it's going to be a run. And he's going to try to he's going to spin his way past that guy to the 28.
Yeah, Dylan Edwards, just heck of a talent, and I just don't think Kansas has those type of defenders that have the same speed as him, especially with his agility.
And look at Barnett. This is the first time he's really scrambled all game, and he gets 5 yards in that, and kind of just went right up the middle. We haven't seen that much of that so far. We saw a lot of Avery Johnson, but now you see the clock is ticking, and the double mug look is back out for Kansas. And we'll see what Barnett does here. Looks like one of the linemen come up, and
Oh
look
my
at that!
God,
Malachi Coleman scores a touchdown in a play that could have been picked and it could have been stopped short, but he somehow finds the end zone with 27 seconds left in the half.
that's that's just crazy. Oh, I oh my goodness, I don't even know. I thought that was definitely
And
to the tight end, and it went over him to the other receiver. So
yeah, and we'll see what the plan is for Kansas. Will they try to score? You wonder. It feels like this was a very similar situation from the last game where they kind of were a little down. They needed a lot of momentum. Major's going to throw it to the dump off route, and that's not going to get the job done, but they will call it time.
yeah, I think we try one, maybe two more plays, and if we're not towards the 50, I definitely think we just kind of run this ball out and take it a half. So I think
Yep.
we have two more
And
plays in us, and if we don't get at least into kind of Hail Mary territory, then I think we take this to half.
Major's gonna look. He's got some time, and that's gonna be right to the defense. And another number three player is gonna try to get to the edge. He's looking like he will. He's gonna get spins, and he's gonna get
Yeah, that
blue.
can't happen. That was kind of double coverage. I think the halfback was open to his left, but just didn't throw it to him. And now Kansas State, I mean, they probably have one play
It's gonna go
going
to the end
for it.
zone, and he just. It's got 5 seconds. I'd imagine
I think
they're
this is
gonna.
going to be a run. He took a shot towards the end zone, didn't get picked off,
Oh,
and I think he runs this ball to make sure he gets straight, calls timeout, and takes this to the end of the half. But if
we're
you're
gonna
KU,
see.
you
It
try
is
not
a
to let him
run.
get
Look at Dylan
down.
Edwards, and he. So does he? He got it off with 1 second, and now the kicker will come out, and that was almost really bad for Kansas State. But they are gonna kick off, and it's gonna be right down the middle, and it's a three-score game, and Kansas State will get the ball back after half, and this is kind of looking like a rout is about waiting to happen. And kick off the second half, and we'll see Kansas State return it with Lockett. He's gonna try to get up to the middle. Not gonna be really going anywhere here. And now it's time to see if Kansas can lock in on defense. We'll see. Play clock starting to wind down, but I think look at the snap off here. And looks like an RPO. It's gonna go to Dylan Edwards, who's gonna break
Out
the
of
edge. Is he
there.
gonna be able to make it? He's gonna get through that guy, and it's 20-yard run, and it's a big explosive play. Barnett back in. Uh, Gonna step back, looking over the middle. Oh, he's
Bomb.
gonna just throw it deep to Malachi Coleman, who pushes off, and he's gonna
That's crazy.
drop it. One of the better receivers, if I'm not mistaken, and he just kind of dropped a dime in his hands.
And the Kansas coach is furious at the refs on how that is not offensive pass interference, right?
Oh, look at Dylan Edwards. Get sticky, young man. Is he gonna? Oh, he can't break it away, but he gets to the 40-yard line. He made a lot of dudes miss there. And I agree with you. The refs kind of a little, a little bit of this and a little bit of that almost. As Dylan
Dylan
just
Edwards.
kind of getting the rock now, and he's gonna break away, and that's always taunting or something. I don't know, but he gets to the 2-yard line. I'm a little confused about what that was there. Um, it might have been taunting, but I guess we'll never know. Um, Leonard is not in this play, but I don't know if it's gonna matter. And Kansas State scores with Joe Jackson, and they're gonna go up 24 in midway. I guess it's early in the third quarter. So here we go. Number 96. Don't know if he gets a shout out at the broadcast ever, but he does today. So you see the defense, 3 sacks and 3 turnovers for Kansas State, and that might be what has really allowed them to flourish in this game. Is see a
I
little
was
bit
trying to be a
of
screen, but the halfback never got clear of the defender, so he was basically throwing it to no one. And now 2nd and 10 again.
yeah, second and 10. You gotta love it when your lineman gets stuck and it's gonna throw it to another curl route, and that one will move the chains. We got a little tempo here. It feels like this is the only way to win is kind of tempoing from here on out. But play action here.
Wide open.
Middle, and Kansas is starting to move the field down the field now.
Yeah, and I think he sees something. I don't think Electric's gonna call timeout yet, but there's only yeah, and he's kind of getting everything he wants. So until Electric is forced to call a timeout, I think you just keep in this kind of hurry up tempo because there's only one man that's going to be um in the middle of the field, and now he runs it. And see, I think he was rolling, throwing. I think I would have kept throwing it there because he was kind of rolling, and then runs it when there's kind of like five in the box already, and then gets a loss of two.
Yeah, loss of two there. Will probably not do much for you, to be honest, but we'll see if he can come back from it. He's gonna hit the drag over the middle, and it's a 5-yard carry, 3rd and 7. 5-yard gain, but now we're going back to this tempo, maybe seeing something on the defense. He's looking, he's gonna have
Gotta throw it
nobody, I
away.
guess.
Gotta throw it away, or throw it away, or accept the run. He kind of just was in the middle. He didn't really know what to do, and now 4th and this is more than likely the game. I think he had someone open right in front of him if he wanted to make that risk while he was running out. So
Yeah, yeah, that slant route was open. I thought he might throw it to him, but he could just throw it away here, and we'll see 4th and 10. The game's probably already over, and it's probably been iced if it wasn't already there. With a sack from Toby Osunasami. I don't think I should be saying names
thank
anymore,
you.
but um, probably gonna look into Kansas State having 2 number 3s on the field as it's Dylan
Dylan
Edwards'
Edwards.
show again, and he's just an unstoppable force today, averaging 13.8 yards on the ground per carry, and he's had 10 attempts with a touchdown on the air as well. So having a pretty legacy-esque game if I do say so myself. And we see number four, Joe Jackson, and even he is starting to find holes through this defense now. Let's see, we're shifting the play, and oh, what is
Oh
this?
my! I
A
don't.
little razzle dazzle.
A little trickery, yeah. Where's the flea flickers if we're gonna
You
do that?
wonder at what point are you running up the score, and you wonder if this might have been a tactic to drive him out of field goal range. You see,
I think
Chew
he's
clock
fine
is
for now until we get the
oh,
third or the end of the.
Malachi Coleman.
Oh,
Can he
and
get the
he
first?
does his
Decision
decisions.
time. It's a three-score game currently, but it's fourth and inches. You
And he's gonna
imagine that
go for it.
You imagine he's gonna run out the clock here because
Oh,
he
he does
doesn't.
not. This
Oh,
is
and
definitely what I
he's
think it is. Oh, and
it's
he takes
a
it to the fourth.
fourth quarter. Kansas is playing to win. Currently, it might be playing for pride after this drive. They're looking for their first point, and Kansas State will go back in the same formation with full line, two running backs, three tight ends, and you
I think
imagine
I
it
know
might
this is a
be.
QB sneak.
We'll see. He's audibling. Could
Oh, he's
that
making an
be
adjustment.
something that the commentator said that made him? Oh, and he jumped off
Oh, Jalen,
sides,
he
and it's.
jumped!
I don't think it
The
would have
defense
mattered.
jumped! That's insane!
I've never seen that before, but maybe that's just the electric tax.
I've never
Um,
seen the defense jump. It's usually the offensive side of the ball. He would not have gotten that first down. It's Dylan Edwards.
Electric Days jumps off sides to help Electric Days. Crazy.
yeah, wow. That's
That's
something you don't see every day. But second and four, and now you see the chew clock, and now Dylan Edwards is not going very far. So, third and five, with under 5 minutes to play in the game, and we'll see what Kansas State is gonna cook up here on third and five. It's gonna be a pass.
There's going to be a blitz.
Looking, he's got a corner route, and that is a touchdown for Andre Davis, who is averaging one catch for 30 yards a game. So he gets his daily catch, and he gets a touchdown out of it. So legs in the wall. That's shows why America's the greatest country on earth, I guess. And we have a kickoff. It goes a touchback, and now you're just kind of playing for pride if you're Kansas, trying to get some points on the board, make the scoreboard look a little more respectable. So, Major, I'm gonna look, waiting downfield, and it's a curl route again. We've seen that play multiple times this game with the curl route, and he's gonna look back over the middle, and he
Oh, that is a dot.
caught it. And Robert Mayweather, we haven't said his name a lot today, and he gets a couple catches each time, and see if he can get a little more here. It's hit as he throws,
Oh,
and Edward Stewart gets past that guy, and another set of downs.
yeah, why? This is what I think he should have done last time, and then he ran it, and then they lost. Yards!
Oh,
He caught it!
caught it! What?
Oh,
I don't know how he caught that, if I'm being honest, but he might have glue, and we'll have to investigate him
oh
at the
no.
end of this game. But Major is gonna go back to pass, rolling out. There's a lot of defenders there, and not a lot of Kansas players, so he's gonna throw it away. And so, you remember the range is from the 13-yard line, and the wind, I believe, is with Kansas. And so I think that they will get points here. The stadium pulse is non-existent. The fans have left. There's a lot of Kansas fans in the away section, and
Oh,
Major
there's
has
a
been
fumble! There's
stripped.
a
Can
big boy,
someone
pick
get
it
the
up!
ball? And 3rd and 20, that might wreck him out of field goal range after seeing the kicker. And you wonder, can we get it back here? So Major, you see his ice. He's been ice cold for the last 3 quarters now, and he's looking for a man. He's maybe got one. He's just gonna throw it away, and we'll see if they choose the points or if they're gonna choose to go for it on 4th and 20, and maybe just have a little bit of fun. You can see that range is 12 yards away for the kicker. He can only kick from the 13-yard line. And as the play clock
I
winds
just noticed
down,
his name.
it's Kareem Hunt, I think.
Yes.
Um,
Does he
he's gonna have
get
to lateral it. Oh,
there?
he got
He
it! Whoa!
got it! George
George
Lopez!
Lopez from Louisiana. And look at this. Just a great play from a big time player in a big time moment, in a big time game. And
Oh
nope,
my goodness.
he almost threw his chances of getting a touchdown
Threw it
away right
to
there.
the front row. Okay.
Threw it to a kid who just had bought tickets a couple minutes ago. Just made his day, and hopefully that kid's going home with a souvenir. We'll have to get word on it from the Kansas State Athletic Department after the fact, but it's gonna be
Oh,
a
he got
touchdown
it!
and a great throw
Already
to
a
already a junior. And there's been a lot of controversy regarding this guy over the last 24 hours, and I've been told by the producer that we cannot explain the situation currently. So we will congratulate him on his touchdown and move on. And we're going for two as well.
Yeah, I think we're in onside kick territory time.
Yeah, we'll see. He's got no one open,
Who
and
is
that
he
is
throwing it to?
oh,
Oh
he
my
got it!
goodness! Oh,
Robert Mayweather. I said Wayweather. That's crazy, but
we're in
Robert
onside kick.
Wayman.
Yeah. Oh, get
He
sticky. Oh, that's insane. How he caught
oh,
it, stayed inbound.
no one's gonna get there, and that's gonna be Kansas ball. He want to decline though, and he doesn't, unfortunately.
And I think we're
And
just in chew clock and run this out. And
is this one able
we,
to score? If he
if there
scores
is a
here.
throw, I think there's
Oh, and look at Dylan
a
Edwards.
little
If he goes,
trickery.
is he's gonna go out of bounds almost? 13 attempts, 150 yards. This is the player of the game. If I had to pick one, he has been far and away the guy that I want on my team. Just kind of watching him, and I don't know if he's a senior or not. I really hope he is, because he's gonna rain havoc if he isn't. Really, wherever he is next year, and he gets the first down, and that. Oh, we're
I
calling
know.
timeouts.
I know. This is
I'm
not the
able to pass
case.
the ball on third down.
Oh,
I called a timeout so you get. Okay.
oh, I'm. Yeah, I mean, the timeouts don't. They don't. I know we're not just gonna
I'm
let them
a
waste.
little flabbergasted. If we're to call one timeout, we may
We
as well
might
call
as well
all of
call
them.
them all.
We gotta stop this offense first, but I think he might be. It looks like
Oh,
we weren't using him, so maybe this
okay.
game will be over.
I think we just
Uh,
run backwards with Blake Barnett.
I
We'll see the results.
I think so too. Run backwards with Dylan Edwards. It doesn't look like he's gonna get sticky and plant his foot on the ground. It's 4th and 1. We'll see if KU's not calling a timeout, and so he's gonna come out and QB kneel. And the last thing you want to do is snap the ball right now, which I think he should do. And he won't. So maybe
Oh,
KU call a timeout with a second left. Oh.
oh my!
Just
I
wasting
think we just
everybody's
take.
time.
I think we just take a shot towards the end zone since he's wasted everyone's time.
He should get him a free touchdown here, in my opinion, but Gerard Major kind of needs a stat pad here,
Oh, he's still gonna try
and
and
he's
play
going to Joker
defense.
special and Marlon
That'll do it.
Mayweather stat padding a little bit there, and Kansas State comes out victorious, and you wonder if Kansas will be ranked. Maybe they'll fall behind number 24 ranked Charlotte at the end of the week, but we have some post-game interviews to get to first as Electric Days, the winner of this game. We saw kind of what happened with last year. He came out saying, "Nobody will ever beat me 2 years in a row." And he stands on business. You stood on business today, Electric. Just kind of talk to us how much this game meant to you after last season.
Thanks to OT7 Quani, the person I was listening to the most the whole time. What I do know is that I told him multiple times it's really hard to beat me 2 times and nobody ever done it, and he will never do it. Not going to lose again, especially in a rivalry game. This matter more. So like, since it matter more, we you thought you could stop Dylan Edwards, we're here. At the end of the day, 9-0 now. You can't stop me when I'm undefeated and when I'm on a roll. Defense was doing really good. The offense, we know how he plays. We know how he going to blitz us. We just throw dots and we just give it to him at the end of the day. That's all it is.
Yeah, well, Joker, the floor is yours for Electric Days questions.
Um, I mean, I think we're all kind of waiting for that USF Kansas State that'll probably decide the Big 12 championship at season's end. What's the expectation going into or as the final few weeks approach?
I know USF is a good user at the end of the day. Played against him. I was probably the first person to play against him. He was really good. As long as we stop him on the run, I think we should be able to keep it a close game. Um, yeah, he's been great ever since he came into the league. Good for him. But just know if I'm not getting that ball first and I'm getting the ball at half, I will absolutely obliterate anybody that's in my way. Thank you very much.
Okay, I think we're
So,
done.
yeah, some feisty words for the Kansas State coach. We know he's obviously looking for his first title this year. He's actually looking for his first championship appearance. You would think with those words he's been there multiple times, but we'll move on to Kansas as KU, a rough game, and I don't know if there's been talk about the quarterback play, but the turnover problem, how are we going to address that kind of going into next week?
I think Major's our guy. We had him in a good spot early in the game. We just made a couple bad reads in the first quarter that I think the game might have turned out differently if I could have got some scores there and put a little bit more pressure on him. But um, yeah, there was a different playbook that I was thinking about using that I've been testing out a little bit. I didn't use, but next time I might have to do that because I think Electric's seen a lot of the plays I like to run. He did a really good job of, especially in the second half, just taking away some of the holes in the zone and especially Keenan on Mayweather. He did a really good job. So yeah, we'll just have to, keep playing. We don't quit at Kansas, and we're just gonna try to see what else we can do this season, and we'll be excited to have him come down to the booth again next season and try to get revenge.
Joker?
Um, just kind of talk us through like the offense. Do you think there was anything that you need to implement for uh later down the line to try and at least get a bowl game?
Yeah, I think I did a decent job of running the ball early this game. And I think maybe it caught him a little bit off guard to start, but he sort of keyed in a little bit more as the game went on. I'm not very good running the ball anyways, but I think just getting better in that area and not having to I just kept getting in, third and 8 plus so many times this game, and it's just tough, going against a good user when he zones up everywhere, and then he's seen a lot of the plays I like to run, and he sort of knows where I want with it. So um, just got to do a better job on first and second down. But I love our team. Um, I think we're a very young team, and we're only going to get better. And yeah, well, it's gut check time for us. We're 5-4, and we want to just close the season strong. So that's what we're gonna try to do.
All right, well, if we don't have any more questions for either of the teams, we can go ahead and wrap us up. And
Also,
so
GG,
we'll,
KU.
Yeah,
oh,
GG's.
some sportsmanship. You don't see that too often in the HPL League. Just kind of look back at yesterday's NASCAR Heat 5 race, which will be seeing every Wednesday and Thursday, not next week because of the duels, but Wednesdays and Thursdays, 8:45 EST. And well, I guess that's about it. So we'll see you guys for whenever the next game of the week is for college football. And thank you for watching.